Many of the residents in this area have what firefighters call defensible space, such as gravel that doesn't burn easily. Carnival organizers say at any point there could be up to 8 police officers here on the grounds monitoring the situation to make sure that everyone's safe. This full-body scanner you see right here will be used to detect contraband, just like the ones that you see at the airport. The next step to recall Judge Kelly is to gather 90,000 signatures from registered Orange County voters, something Supervisor Sean Nelson says is not an easy task. With no relief in sight for the California drought, Governor Jerry Brown issued an executive order calling for residents to conserve water. The governor declared a drought state of emergency back in January, with rainfall numbers and snowpack levels the lowest in history. A game that saw 4 quarterbacks for the Panthers, leaving Chapman still perfect in the red zone. The quest for Lord Stanley's Cup has officially begun. And for the LA Kings, well, their players tell me that one thing's for sure, they're ready to bring the cup right back here to Los Angeles. CAL FIRE says they plan on staying here throughout the night to keep an eye on things and continue to investigate how this fire started.
We need to bring the scales of justice back to where they belong.
Tensions high at Santa Ana City Hall.
There's nothing more offensive.
With members of the Orange County Board of Supervisors demanding a recall of Superior Court Judge M. Mark Kelly. The case in question, 20-year-old Kevin Rojano Nieto sexually assaulted a 3-year-old girl. Kelly issued a 10-year prison term, less than half of the legal minimum sentence for a crime like this.
His ruling cast a stone in the pond of justice, creating a ripple effect.
The mandatory minimum penalty for the sexual assault under state law would have been 25 years to life. Kelly ruled it would be cruel and unusual punishment to sentence Rojano Nieto to more prison time.
Minimum sentencing guidelines are put in place for a reason.
An online push to have the judge removed is picking up momentum with a Facebook page that has more than 10,000 likes. There's also an online petition with over 50,000 signatures. The next step to recall Judge Kelly is to gather 90,000 signatures from registered Orange County voters, something Supervisor Sean Nelson says is not an easy task.
But we're the 6th largest county in the United States, so just from a practical matter, it requires a lot of signatures.
Patricia Wenskunis is a survivor of assault and is the founder and CEO of Crime Survivors.
We want the 3-year-old and her family to know that we are here to stop it, to prevent it, and to provide that family hopeful healing.
A community coming together, calling for justice. In Santa Ana, Wes Rapaport, Chapman News.
Good run. Okay, hang on to it.
For nearly every touchdown, goal, and basket made by Chapman athletes,
Move those chains.
Larry Newman is there on the sidelines, capturing it all.
Go, right there. Right there. There it is.
Energetic as ever.
What a run! Oh my God! Woo! Woo! Woo!
And he says it all started as an accident.
Yeah! I photographed my son in high school in baseball and football. When my son came here in 2009, we were really excited, and I'd volunteered to be the photographer of the football team. Then in 2010, I photoed a couple other sports.
Larry went from photographing his son's baseball team to covering much more than that, 17 of Chapman's 19 sanctioned sports teams.
Oh, there's a picture. The favorite by far is being on the sidelines of a football game. That would be number one. I love being in the dugout of a baseball game. In football, there's been some really neat plays, exciting plays. The fans are going crazy. Every once in a while you get that special moment. Oh, Greg, almost, baby. Woo!
Larry sells his photos on his website and provides them to the athletic department.
The money that he's making off of selling his photos online and what we're paying him, he's just turning around and spending it to better himself.
He travels on the road too. He even went to Washington and Oregon this season when the football team played out of state.
That means everything. And I'm especially the freshmen are really, really all over it.
From father to photographer, a labor of love for a man whose vision means more than just the visual. In Orange, Wes Rapaport, Chapman News.
That's a first down.
As the California drought worsens, Gilroy is now the latest city on board with the state's plan to conserve water. All of this in an effort to curb water consumption.
So this is a very serious issue.
$10,000 a day per violation. That's the fine Gilroy could face if the city has trouble enforcing new state water restrictions.
The city's the enforcer. Okay, the state gives us the authority to do that, but we have to enforce it. And basically what they're saying is, city, here's what we want to see, and if you don't enforce it, we're going to fine you for the money. And the only way we can pay back is raise the rates.
The city passed emergency restrictions on Monday, like limiting water use to 3 days a week and fixing leaks within 72 hours. One of the city's main goals is to avoid overwatering. Sprinklers like these can only stay on for 15 minutes. After that, you're breaking the law. Mayor Don Gage believes residents will lead by example.
You don't want to run water in the streets. You don't want to have sprinklers that are squirting places that aren't, taking the water and need the water.
Some residents embrace the change, others not so much. Darren Gilmore hasn't watered his lawn all year, and he's not happy about it.
It sucks. I want to water it because it looks bad, and we're on a busy street here, and it makes the whole curb appeal look horrible. So yeah, it's not good.
What I'm concerned about is the fact that they refuse to build more reservoirs like they should.
Gilmore says he's reluctant to report a water waster. He's just hoping for rain.
El Nino hopefully will come through, something. I'm hoping. Natural watering is the best watering.
Residents here in Gilroy are only allowed to use 5,000 gallons of water per month. Mayor Gage says that can add up very quickly. In Gilroy, Wes Rapaport, News Channel 5.